Boop. Boop. Bup, bup, bup. 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 And I think we're good. Let me turn that on. Yeah, I gotta do that. Hold up. Hi, Will. What do you want? Module. Well, it is in every game. Can confirm. Where did 14 people come from? What do you mean? It says I only have one viewer. I don't know. It's lying, though, because, I mean, most of you are people, I think. You can answer that question? Can you? Oh, the host thing? That's probably what it was. I did see that. Can and shall. Alright. I got back to where I stopped last time. Don't ruin the surprise, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't yell at me. Oh, this is not even in. There we go. Now I can hear. Imagine not checking Discord for co-com. What? But I'm... What? But I'm in co-coms. What do you mean?
I was in the wrong server.
Yeah, you were. Imagine being the worst.
Imagine actually checking to see which server you're in.
Yeah, wow. I'm quiet?
To be fair, I just got done with stream. I had gotten up, used the bathroom, we came back, and you were live.
I see. Testing
You are...
1, 2. Am I quiet?
I am too loud.
Well, it's too loud.
I'm too loud.
How does that work?
I don't know.
What is happening?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm also just like talking much louder.
Okay. Let's see. You are at 164, which was fine last time. Now you're at 137.
I mean, if you ask me, 164 is just much too loud for me.
Okay.
And yes, I was basically yawning.
Okay, you say that, but it wasn't. It was perfect last time.
I have no clue. Your settings are weird. But yes, I had 12 people at the end of stream. So.
Nice.
I was like, I went to use the bathroom.
Alright.
I came back. I was like, people should still be here. I'm still louder than you.
What? What's happening?
Nani?
Nani indeed.
I still have summons to do. Ian's mic isn't in front of him. That's most likely it.
Okay, but this has never been the issue.
You're much louder now.
Yeah?
You sound great.
Alright.
I mean, that's why you always sounded quiet to me.
This has never been an issue.
But yeah, no, when it comes to microphones, like it does help it to have them in front of your face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's generally how that works.
Yeah, that's how sound works.
But again, it hasn't been an issue before now.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So what's the deal? What's happening?
That's a good question. What is happening?
Man, who knows?
What's going on?
What's going on?
I'm probably not doing any lines for anyone here, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think my mic's dying. I think it's still fine. A mic sounds...
Ooh, you could get out. You could get a mic arm. Yeah.
I already have so little space in front of me.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up there and we're gonna figure out your streaming situation.
I really don't think we will.
We're gonna figure it out. gonna figure it out, and you're gonna have the top quality stream that you've always deserved.
I don't believe you.
In the words of a very famous leader, believe it.
No! No!
You need a mic stand. Very small room in the corner that's dedicated to this is even smaller. Yeah, that sums it up.
I mean, that tends to be how corners work, yeah.
My desk ends here and here. Huh, wow, it's the perfect length of the... Huh. I didn't know it was the perfect length of the webcam.
Dude, I'm so salty.
Huh. Why?
There were 3 units I wanted... 3 units I was looking forward to get... I was hoping to get tonight on stream from Summons. Didn't get a single one of them. I got other ones I didn't have. But not the 3 I wanted.
Huh. Wow. Alright, I think this is where the, no, he was saying to go down the, yeah, this is where it died last time. I caught up.
This exact moment.
Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Emma. Now I see where Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Alright. What is this evil organ? He's fine.
I wonder who's the villain here.
Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. Batch.
No.
I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. You mean yes.
Emma's so good.
It's amazing. Emma's fantastic. Never could remember where C was. Gee, Emma, it might be because you just blasted the entire organ. Oh, it's you two. Chief can't. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, righto, have you been swimming lately? No. No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. There's a murder. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full, too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Forgot? You mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. What?
I should have gotten a snack.
You should have. Go get a snack. Or don't.
I'll figure it out.
Crunch some chips in our ears.
I shouldn't. I have an ulcer on my tongue.
Oh. On your tongue?
Yeah.
Ugh. I have one at the bottom corner of my lip right here.
Oof, that's not fun.
Also the fact that you said ulcer and not canker sore.
Yeah.
See that big picture on the wall over there?
Yes.
What's that knight armor to the right? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me, and some armor. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. Photo at the award ceremony.
That vase is upside down. That's it.
Actually, that vase is probably the same one that I pieced together. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's get out.
Why does he have such pretty eyes?
Because he's the villain.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. This office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore, especially since I did it. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Haha. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting
I'm
to
not
attend.
tripping, am I? Like, he has very pretty eyes.
He does. They're really nice. I love the layers. Looks like we aren't welcome. Seems that case isn't over with yet after all. What do you mean? Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. A window!
A wall.
A wall?
Yeah, he just bust into the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
I like that. Oh yeah. No one's here today.
Oh
not even-
yeah!
Not even Miss Star. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case, but instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow.
Lana is not guilty.
Nah, she probably did it.
Or is she?
Edge. I almost hit the Sephiroth button. Edgy isn't here. Just.
Wait a minute.
Oh wait, that wasn't Sephiroth. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. He took a real beating in court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. Guess we'll just have to come back later. Alright, so nobody here. Nobody here. Detention center? Maybe I could present that to you. Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court. It's taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved. She really means it. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to take up your time. Hey, pal. Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Edgy? No, why do you ask?
Edgy boy.
One. Count him, one. Edgy boy. He is under fire from both the police department and the office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. I can't have it down here. Bothers me.
The microphone?
Yeah. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. I mean, I should still sound the same because I'm over here now.
Yeah, you sound roughly the same.
Yeah. Edgy has the whole world after his blood. Alright, Gumshoe. Why would
I
Edgy...
love how you're just taking to calling him edgy.
I mean... it's his name. It says it right there. I can read. Why would Edgy be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana's the guilty party here, isn't she? Right, sorry. Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Edgy. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Edgy not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies.
He's also good looking.
Yeah. Hey, Dick. Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. They all just sound the same. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime. Okay, Dick. Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Edgy just might crack.
Biscuits and gravy for a snack? It's not a snack.
I mean, I have pizza for a snack. Like
mean-
like one entire frozen pizza. That's my snack.
That's not a snack.
But it is.
You two do not know what snacks are.
Anything you can consume.
No, snacks are small things.
This is a snack. But also, so is an entire frozen pizza. Or an entire pound of pasta. Fun fact.
You guys are weird.
No. Once you move to Illinois or Indiana, they're the same place, really. Just copy-pasted. You'll learn. You'll learn. Actually, I took a look at the files earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgy. Did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? Hi, I'm some girl, said Emma. Me. Seems Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. What was it? I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His power of recollection never fails to impress.
And not in a good way.
Yeah, maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. Businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So, it was an accident? Yeah, but it transformed into an animal. He killed a man that okay, it's just gonna go. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Jarker came upon the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. I really wish that wasn't automatic all of a sudden. Seems it was a pretty careless animal.
Weird.
Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. Alright, the murder weapon. What?
Amber Alert.
Oh. Wow.
What?
That just was really loud.
Yeah, I know!
I had no clue. I thought it was feedback for a second.
No, it was an Amber Alert from my phone. Sorry about that.
Crime.
It was probably not a good idea.
What?
Having my phone right in front of my microphone.
Maybe not. Where it doesn't have the murder weapon. I mean, I know it's a knife. Oh wait, I think it was this.
As soon as the Amber Alert went off, someone in the Game Club Discord server from my cottage, just in all caps, which one of you keeps studying kids in Atlanta?
Stop it. Get some help. Hey, it has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Edgy's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. What was it? Quick, before you forget again. Oh, murder weapon. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it had his fingerprints on it too. because he's not smart, but no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it?
Inside the person.
Yeah, inside Vio. The victim, Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive.
Knives aren't made of fiber?
Stabbed in the back, wait, what?
Knives aren't made of fiber.
I think
Metal does not have fiber.
Do you have proof? Objection. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Want to murder Joe Dark. There you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? Did he do it?
You can make fibers out of metal.
I don't know. I feel like it's a figure of speech. It's where Neil Marshall was murdered. Or maybe it's a handle. The chief's out now and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Any ID card can unlock the door. But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Which sounds fake. Simply
No, it
put,
doesn't.
I'd be canned. Okay, but it sounds fake.
You sound fake.
You sound fake. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. Not today. How about this ID card? It was Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. So in other words, Gumshoe's our only chance of getting into that office. Oh no. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind? Do it for the Blue Badger. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. That to me is right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. That another murder took place prior to 5:15. Alright. The photo? Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. It's not the glove. He yelled at me again.
What do you think you're supposed to show him?
Ah, a lost item report, huh? Very impressive, detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. Well, I am master of misplacement, you know. Master, that has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let him hold any evidence. It wasn't that, but that was amazing. I have no clue. I thought maybe the lost item report would be like, hey, we need to put this on Chief Police's desk. No, it's not that. I mean, the screwdriver hasn't.
Use the screwdriver.
Okay. Oh, he yelled at me again.
Why did you listen to me?
Because you're a loser.
You're a loser for listening to me.
Shut up!
That is ID card record. There's only one number left to investigate at 420. Ain't it? The victim Goodman must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an officer number all sevens. That's 1 7 too many, Detective. An executive officer just might have... officer might have a hunch.
Alright, question.
Hello?
Is a taco a sandwich?
Yes. Absolutely.
But is it though?
Don't have anything yet. It is. It absolutely is. And hot dogs are a taco.
Hot dogs are a taco and tacos are a sandwich.
Yes. Absolutely.
Not sure how much I buy either of that.
Nobody else here. Oh. Wonder if Edgy's back yet? There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with River's flag around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Edgy. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgy for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The department and the office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. I take pride in my work, so tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgy can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. You up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Please, get out of my life. But Edgy, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence seems so short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That's odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. We just saw a picture taken. You have the cheat guide up if needed. Thank you. See, some people are doing their part. We just saw a picture taken around that time. Something seems strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Goodman was murdered, you were participating in a ceremony over the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. But what if you did? I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the department. Finished up at the office? Yeah, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day, as until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yeah, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it to the office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the office because the chief asked you to. That's right. And then, that guy was shoved into his car. This picture was hanging on the wall in Gant's office. Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. The trophy Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. Story? You just had an O moment?
I did. I'm not gonna say.
Would you mind telling it to us? That's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the word's based on. King of Prosecutors. This word originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard the story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well. Story time. Story time.
Story time, yay!
With this music, too. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd. He claimed he could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Ah, Chu. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So, the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Do you know this story? Is that an actual thing? It probably is. Thanks, Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
Well, except for Sam here.
If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the word abolished. Uh-huh. Alright. I guess there's nothing else I can do with you.
Yeah, probably not.
Excuse me, who's this? Oh, it's you again. No more bentos. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. I think about that constantly. Really do.
But why?
Because it's so weird. Why don't you, is the real question.
Why are you thinking about sticking on a cow's nipple?
No. I'm thinking about the person that decided to do this first. Somebody had to discover where milk came from.
Which by proxy means you're thinking about someone sucking on a cow's nipple. Yeah, that's how that works.
Why aren't you?
So that's weird.
It is weird that he did that. Or she. I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
But why would someone milk a cow?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as simple as that. It's like, human, cow, huh.
What was that first
wonder...
person to discover cow milk doing to that cow?
Yeah. It's like, I wonder how this stuff tastes. I wonder what happens if I do this. Saw the milk coming out because that's what happens when the bag is too full. And then they decided to drink it. I wonder if I can force it out and drink this. Everyone in this trial was involved in the incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? Also, whoever decided to slice bread first. Like, before that, they were just eating entire loaves of bread. You know, that little scene...
Are you sure about that?
Maybe. The little scene I happened to witness. The instant Lana stabbed Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Interrogate. Thank you. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake
Why is she
Marshall, though.
speaking metaphors?
She's a strange man. Must have been going through heck. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana. The best of the best were put on that case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Gant and Lana. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. And proof enough of what happened. That's not... After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties, most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana transferred to the office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Lana was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Damon Gant and Lana Sky... What is wrong with you? What happened?
I'm on Spotify. Because the 2021 Wrapped is out.
I don't know what that is. I keep seeing stuff about it. Top 5 songs you listen to?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It starts off with, if your life was a soundtrack, here are the songs that appear on it. And the opening song for me was Baki Mitai.
Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. Also good. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. God dang it. There we go. Incredible evidence, you mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. Take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Alright, being used. Lana transferred to the office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yeah, thanks to Gant's powerful influence. That's right. Having solved the case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way.
She seems very not happy with Gant.
No, she's not happy with many people. The prosecutor's office. You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, Rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. I probably won't. I really don't think Phoenix can cook at all.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. It seems like he can't.
Maybe he's a wonderful chef and you just don't know it.
I doubt it. Because then he'd be a part of the Cooking Mama series. Oh, you're back.
Not
You're still
necessarily.
here? What do you mean?
I'll get back to you on that.
Uh-huh, okay. I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files, turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Okay, I didn't get that. Thank you, Phoenix. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. What is wrong with you? Also, I've never played Cooking Mama, so I don't know. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. Being my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Okay. The shield trophy? Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Edgy got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congrats. This design is based on an old Chinese parable, right? Yeah, everyone knows that. There was this, dragon? Yeah, that's it. A dragon. He had a thing for shields, see? That's not exactly the version we heard. No, but this one sounds more exciting. Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that. I'll spare you the details. Oh. Okay. Thanks, Gumshoe. Okay, it's not that. I have no idea what else it would be. I don't think I got anything else from...
The vase! Try the vase!
Yeah, the vase? If it's not the vase, you owe me $10.
Don't try the vase!
Okay, it's not that. Been studying up on those files, there's nothing wrong with the Edgy's presentation. To think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it. You're looking into the case for Edgy? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence. Nope. It's not the tape.
Are you just gonna try everything?
Yeah. About that jar, I think I've seen it before somewhere. Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformed detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Yeah? Where could I have seen that before?
I wonder where...
Almost like it's in the picture. I don't really have much of a clue. None of this... No locker could be opened. There's no reason for this murderer to touch his own locker. Handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand without any fingerprints. If that happens, I think it will do better pleading with Edgy. I must have something. Murder weapon. What are you doing with that? That's been locked away. That's it. Now remember. That was just the same thing that I got before.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Was I missing something over at Edgy's place?
I know.
I think it's this. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, right? Let's take a look. You crazy? Crazy? Edgy is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgy. Is that Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing, crawling around my feet. Didn't even look. Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says Letter of Resignation. Edgy, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. But Edgy, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked, you don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done, and no one else should forgive me either. Think I want to watch Marvel movies and other stuff now? Yes, you do. The feeling will not pass. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Right, please, you have to do something. This letter, I wonder if I can use it for anything. I can shove it in freaking Gumshoe's face.
Good.
That's definitely what I need.
Examine the chest sets.
The what? No, I already did that.
Oh.
In a, like, 2 sessions ago.
Oh. Did you examine the still samurai statue?
Yeah, I examined everything in there. The only thing I missed was that new crumpled up piece of paper.
Yeah. Okay.
Criminal affairs. I am not stuck. Not anymore. Now I have the thing I can present to him. Boop. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way. Edgy can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far. Edgy really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. That's it. I've made up my mind. But... Here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Edgy. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Edgy's sake. Alright, thank you. Gumshoe's ID.
No, he's not stuck. Chill.
I already said that.
Did you say the chill part?
No. Gumshoe isn't very photogenic, is he? Whatever you do, just don't say that to his face. Look, his eyes are half shut. Yeah, and his mouth is half open. Hey, each of his shirt buttons is off a notch. And he's got the narrow end of his tie in front. What? I think this goes beyond being a photogenic issue. Amazing. Alright, Gumshoe. You've been very helpful.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
What?
To Gumshoe?
Oh. Here goes right.
Honk.
Let's examine everything. We're in. If anyone finds us now, Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Amazing. Somebody got slapped. It might have been Emma. I could see it.
No,
Sorry.
it's a Gumshoe.
No. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
You can produce up ghosts.
Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? Yeah, you can slap ghosts every now and then. I wasn't sneaking, I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your card? ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card. Amazing. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Oh, come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling. Alright, Gumshoe. That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Yeah, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. It's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk. No one except Gant. And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. I feel like this song is loud. I don't know if that's true, though.
I can't hear it, so.
Oh.
Because someone's not sharing the screen.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Why didn't you say anything?
I was waiting for you to remember.
Uh-huh.
It's a smidge loud.
Alright, let's,
I'm gonna go look for snacks.
let's turn that down a little bit. I may have to adjust Will. Screen share. Oop. I kind of forget that screen share is the thing, to be honest. I'm not rude at all. I turned the game audio down a little bit. Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the crime scenes. Hold on. This might be better to do. Oh. Never mind, I guess. Alright. It's good now? Okay. We'll have to see if Will is still good too. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind, don't worry about it. Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Gant might be a suspect, do you? I've thought so since I first saw him. He's right? What do we think of him? Gant, so it's finally come to this. Look at him. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Oops. I need to examine stuff. Alright. Let's start on this side. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that. Oh my god. Phoenix. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. It looks more like a flower. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that was the same set. Oh, come on. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean.
I have
Does Lana ever come back here?
required food.
You've required food. What is it?
Shrimp Alfredo.
Ooh. Would be better without the shrimp.
You'd be better without shrimp.
You're right. Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. There was stuff legends are made of. To keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? He's, pretty sus. How does Will sound now? I did have to adjust audio. This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
Hi! It's me, Will! Hi.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Marshall took a picture here, then went along with Gant to question Dark. Bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. You think?
Whoever thinks they're gonna be dead in a few hours.
Me? The Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the affairs department. That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office, and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
Oh!
Amazing. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears.
Oh no.
So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. I need to get a rimshot sound effect for the future Ace Attorney games. But aren't the Chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. Alright, this side. I can't look at those. This is a safe, isn't it? Who's gonna be dead? Me. Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it.
Do you know what the code is?
I think I do. 7-digit number? I'm not gonna put it in yet. I have other stuff to inspect. Better wait until I find something more definite. 7-digit number. Didn't we see one of those somewhere? We sure did. How about we try entering my birthday? Why your birthday? Wow, look at the size of Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier, there was a flashback that happened. I wonder what he was reading.
Hey Ian, if it makes you feel any better, there's no longer any shrimp in this.
Did you eat all of them first?
Mm-hmm.
I do that with chicken Alfredo.
Well, it's more so, like, the shrimp to pasta ratio is a little bit off.
Hmm. See, I don't really pay attention to ratios. I just kind of eat the chicken.
There was more pasta than shrimp.
But that's good. More pasta is better.
depends on who you ask.
This looks like, from an Italian, it's better. This looks like a list of evidence. In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Look at the case name. You're garbage. SL9 incident? I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. Half-size list of evidence? The list of evidence seems too short. Yeah, Miles said the same thing. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. It was ripped in half. We found this inside the drawer. List of evidence. At the other half of that list. I'll inspect that in a second. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in it. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Jeez.
He's turning that suit of armor.
He might be. You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were to drop that suit... At first the chief wanted to use stained glass for this window. Really? Why didn't he? They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view. Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. Alright.
This is not an office, by the way.
No, it is not.
What office has a pipe organ?
His. Well, that's interesting. I wonder what this is. Looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, right? I better not forget about this picture.
Well, that's neat.
I was expecting to just read evidence. Alright, let's take a crack at that
What?
safe.
No, that's not what an evidence desk is for.
Are you sure?
Not very certain, yeah. They're made for doodling.
Doodlin.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get bored.
Wait, hold up. I just saw this. Pasta. You're garbage for calling pasta disgusting.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
How dare?
Right, 7-digit numbers. Input number. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. I know, you want to try my birth date? It's... Alright. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Now... It's gotta be all 7s. There's no way it's not all 7s. Yeah.
Man.
What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 7777777. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 7777777? That ID number? I think you're 1-7 shy this time. Again. This can only mean one thing. That's Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Oh, I sure do. Okay.
I just want more pasta.
I want pasta. Is there any money
We
in
have
there?
more.
How much did... What?
We have more pasta.
But I don't have any.
Well, then just come here.
But... I don't think that's how... You're like light years away.
No, I'm not.
No, you are.
No, not light years.
It
Maybe a few miles.
would
It's
take
a bit of it's a bit of a walk.
Who would walk? Who walks anymore?
That's a good question.
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a knife. Oh, it's a broken vase. A shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? Something else in there too. Handprint. Looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh. Well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. Piece of cloth with a handprint on it and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related? There's gotta be something we can show the detective. Well, I don't know about the cloth immediately, but I do know about this. Oh, wait. There you go.
Menus are hard.
They are. Buttons are bad. Could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, the fragment we just found. You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yeah, that one. That was in the safe.
Oh, the music's getting quiet.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Assemble. Fragments assemble. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. I wonder where it goes. I did it!
You did it.
Oh my god. That was... Oh my god. That was scary. That was hard. Fits like a charm. That of course means... What can I say? I'm a pro. Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the incident. Hey guys, get a load of this!
I was thinking the exact same line.
What is it? It's that blue hedgehog again! Gumshoe, what? Oh, right, this piece you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Gant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar.
And now you have to prove the cloth.
Yeah, I don't know about the cloth. Let's see what I got. I got my badge.
It's sort of your badge. It's always a badge.
I'm pretty sure it's a badge. The shoe. Probably. Yeah. Pressing the wrong button. Gumshoe! I know what this is, so you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead. Take my fingerprints. No. It's not yours we want to take. Come on, this isn't time for jokes. We're talking about the cloth we found. Oh, I knew that. That one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Gumshoe's great.
I love him. Okay, right. Let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder. Then, once they've been absorbed, blow the rest away. What are you,
What
my mom?
episode is that Baka from?
I don't know. You've asked this before, and I have no answer. It's from something. You can hear some sort of chorus in the background. Oh.
So it's gotta be doing an Akatsuki thing.
Perhaps. Unless it's not.
And before it's from theater.
Yeah, probably. What are
Yeah,
you,
so
my
then I
mom?
watched the entirety of Naruto again just to find that one answer.
Do it.
Bet.
Isolate that one baka. I can send you the sound file, and you can go into investigation mode.
That would help.
Alright, let's get this over with. Oh, is it?
It's A to dust.
Yeah,
It's not the button you just pressed.
yeah, A. A button. You know, the A button.
Oh my gosh, my Discord server is a bunch of meme lords.
What is... Oh, I see. Okay. What are they doing?
They're just
Memeing?
poking fun at each other,
Oh.
being meme lords.
Good. That's what you should be doing. Maybe it disconnected and that's why it didn't work. I pressed all of the face buttons. I still don't know what I'm doing after this. Part of me wants to say Persona 4, but that's gonna take a while.
That would indeed take a while. That's a JRPG right there.
Yeah, it is.
Are you gonna adjust?
I'm trying. Huh.
Avoid Y, whatever the Y button is.
No, circle goes back.
Ah.
Triangle is Y.
Oh, maybe you have to highlight over a thing.
Maybe. Oh, here we go. Okay. It's been a while since I've dusted. I hate dust. There we go. Gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? It doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Let's try a different finger. Oh no. Probably one of those two. Look at all the sweet cocaine being wasted to find fingerprints.
Yeah, who knew that cocaine was good for dusting for prints?
Look, it's all over the floor. It'll be fine. We can still use it. That looks like a
Yeah,
good
it's a clear print.
one. Yeah. Still need to get a bit more of it though. Even though it's, you know, completely full. Eh. What am I missing? There we go. You do better. Oh, I wasn't even matching them up. I just went straight to Gant. Comparison complete. It is not Gant. Please. Please, shut up. Please, just let me do it again. No! The one that happened right here in this room, she's right. Check the fingerprints of everyone who was in here. You gotta have faith. Or, you know, not be stupid. That could be a thing. Gumshoe, it was you.
Wait, what?
Oh. Oh.
Oh no! I don't like the implications of this!
Emma? Emma? You got some splaining to do. Emma? Wait, Emma, are you wearing a mask? Who is it? Joe Dark? No, how could this be? What are Emma's prints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose prints were they? It seems the prints are too
murderer.
old. It's a little awkward. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Hey, you, over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this info from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Evidence for something, but what? Bears Emma's prints. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Oh my god, don't slap him. You might get killed. We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in science. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Oh, do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir, sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. No!
Gumshoe!
Oh, he's doing that thing again. Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too then. Bye. Wait, you the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. Don't. But sir, I'm not a licensed you with the spiky hair. You're free to go. I don't want to leave Emma. There's a lot going on. Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired? Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Kent was hiding, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about all this time? You listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. Good luck. You might also get killed. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. I see, so the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. That's the spirit, Phoenix. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. Seems Edgeworth was right. Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. That's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Phoenix is going off lately. He's so tired. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, right? Who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? It's Emma! Alright, Goodman. Stop yelling, she's right there. Well, Sky? You're addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. Take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgy will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Gant's name was never mentioned? Edgy didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Gant. If you intend to accuse Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Gant falsified evidence in that case. The evidence list? Probably the evidence list. I just found this in the safe in the chief's office. This jar piece, and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Music, go bye-bye. Touche, Mr. Wright. If as you surmise, I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come on, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. In the murder of Goodman. Or perhaps I should say follow orders. Yeah, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Edgy's car. Just as I suspected, despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgy's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgy's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the incident, Joe Dark's. I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. Oh. And that's what... That would be Edgy's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that's the reason for the bandage. Yeah, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then... Man, she's sloppy. She saw me just as I plunged the knife in. A star. You were stabbing a dead guy. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife? The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgy's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister. To tell her what happened, and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. Yes, Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma's so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
Controller.
Please, there we go. A bad feeling. The truth is, after I received those orders from Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? I'm glad his music's back. The lead investigator for the incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. You mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Goodman, and tried to steal evidence. He had already stolen an ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his evidence to break into the evidence room.
He hadn't made up his evidence to break into the evidence room. You heard it here, folks.
After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your call caused the incident in the evidence room. That makes sense. Huh. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, right? Both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. About that. Gant's going to jail! Tomorrow's trial, there's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago?
To be continued!
Who did all this murdering? What the heck? It's all Gant. Or Emma. Apparently. Alright. Final day. Trial former. We finishing this. This is the lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Hi, Edgy. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of all sevens is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. It's the bad guy. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only real reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much, that's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. truth. Everything goes back to the incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, right? Yes, you will. This is it.
This is a bit of a bummer.
What?
Like this whole court trial. Like it's so serious.
Yeah. If I'm ever, I mean, part of the ending of, well, yeah, no, the ending of episode 4 was pretty serious too.
Wow.
It was, the ending of episode 4 was great. If I'm ever going to find out what Gant has on her, it's now. Maybe we'll interrogate another parrot. Court's now in session. We ready. Normally this is when the prosecution puts forth a statement, but before that the police chief has a proposal to make. Again. He just fades into existence. Majima. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Eji. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. That's a good one. Don't think I could top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal? Are you doing the staring thing again? Oh, you sure are. You're killing the music and everything. Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. Huh? She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Either Majima or Emma did it. Maybe they're the same person.
I kind of doubt that.
I don't know. I kind of saw a snakeskin jacket hiding under her lab coat. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. What's your request? Your Honor, I did it. I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. What?
Nani?
I confess to all charges against me. Okay, we're done. He sure did. On the 21st of this year, I murdered Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the office. No, Lana, you freaking idiot. You can't, Your Honor. The defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, right, I no longer require your services. But Lana, you're stupid. Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. Prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I'd like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has a right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. It's not allowed during court. A lot of this stuff isn't allowed during court. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant... There we go. Thanks, Miles. Love you, buddy. One moment, Your Honor. Edgy? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut?
Yeah, this is Japanese now. Keep this in mind, so things might be different over there.
Could be. I thought they were in California. I don't think I care for your tone again. Create another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With the sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal. Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. To who? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Edgy, I'm exercising my right to self-representation. Did you know that 99% of court cases in Japan end in a guilty verdict? Probably because of Edgy.
That's true.
I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think. Good answer. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. And very well, bring in the sister. It's okay with you, right, Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Learned that from Judgment. Spoilers. Emma Skye, please take the stand.
I mean, I learned that from a video talking about crime in Japan.
Huh. I learned that from you people right now.
Neat.
Look at that.
What a good source of information.
Yeah. Looks like Edgy has decided to take the horse by the reins.
Do we play as one edgy boy?
Eventually, I think there's one game that was localized where you play as Edgy, and then there was a second game that's Japan only. As far as I know.
Sploosh.
I definitely want to play those at some point, though.
Sploosh.
Good.
Controllers, am I right? Alright.
Controllers, indeed.
My name is Emma Skye. My occupation, I'm Lana's little sister, that's not an occupation, and I want to be a scientific investigator. Also, not an occupation. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Correct? Yeah, I'm trying to my hardest to forget about that, though. Well, you're going to have to not.
Yeah,
Sorry.
more spoosh to do.
Do I? Do I, though? I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Sploosh.
Edgy, please remember the trial concerns Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. There you go. Well, alrighty then. He sure gave in fast. Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. Trip to yesteryear has finally begun. 2 yesteryears ago. It's bound to lead to the truth beyond this trial. Blech. My tongue has 2 left feet.
It happens.
Yeah. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. Man came running in and took me hostage. Hill Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in this instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. It's understandable. However, please tell me, Edgy, what does this have to do with the murder? That will soon become apparent. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. It was Majima. God dang it, Majima. Okay. Cross-exam. Oh, Emma. Let's have a chat. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the department, right? Yeah, she was second in command under then Deputy Chief Billy Scant. My sister, she was best detective ever. See, you seem biased. Yeah, I remember. Gant and Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. Wanted to play it that day, too. The department and the office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Gant and Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil had just received the King Prosecutor's Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was good as dead. And that's when Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but... Can you tell us about that? Marshall jumped on Dark, just then the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby. So electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. The sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. Will?
Yeah?
Why are you like this?
Like what?
All that crinkling.
It's getting juicy. I need a snack.
I told the detective about what I saw then. Goodman, he was in charge of the case. The victim. So you spoke with Goodman about this 2 years ago. That's what's so scary about this trial. You told Goodman about what you saw? Yeah, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. Picture, yeah, I think she mentioned that before. That's right, have you heard enough? No, I have not. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. Miles? But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Mine does. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, I would mind. The Game Awards are soon. Prepare for cringe. I don't think they're too bad, usually. They have some good moments. Most of it's bad, but they have some good moments. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. I probably have to present it during that statement. You drew a picture of the scene, right? I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes. That's strange. I took over the case after Marshall died. Yeah, I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken? But I did draw it, I swear. I'm not just imagining it. This picture, that imagery, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again. Can you please describe it to us? Man... Alright. Let's present that picture. I don't know. I feel like there's a chance that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be there, but at the same time, I'm not really expecting it. I'm
not expecting it either.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem I don't know. I'll wait to be excited. This little girl put all of her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that, as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed one. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! This is the evidence list for the incident? And so does he have it. Please turn it over. What's this? Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here. Wrestling? I mean, they had the first game there multiple times. Yeah, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it would be there. Like I said, there's a chance. I don't know the probabilities, but let's go.
We're not saying that it's an impossible, but we're just saying we're not expecting it.
Yeah, it very well could be there. And if it is, then I'm gonna be all the more surprised, because I certainly am not expecting it there. What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. These lists, they're different. What? It would appear, Edgy, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here, where they were torn apart from each other. Did you not notice that, Edgy? So you see, Edgy, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you.
I did also want to point out that, like, I don't think most of the evidence Phoenix Wright gathers is usable in American court.
Probably not. I don't know much about lawyering and stuff, but can they go around to crime scenes and be like, hey, this, can they just touch and pick up stuff? And
I mean, if you're a legal investigator, you probably can.
Alright. Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Goodman handed me in the questioning room. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... You alright? Right? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Edgy's list. Again. Wait. Let's wait till I see it. Yeah, that's quite conceivable. Edgy. It's possible. Let's see. Something wrong? Do you even have to ask? See the back of that? Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing.
They brought it back!
He never looked at the back of his evidence list. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives, whose pay is cut. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Emma doesn't want to be here. Dodgeball Academia. I think so. Oh, wait.
I have it.
Yeah, I do. I do know what that is. That looked actually, like, legitimately good. I kind of forgot about it. You unlocked a memory. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Yeah, sure. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Blue Badger did it. Been playing it, it's really good, super charming. I'll do that after Phoenix, right? No, I won't. Actually, I may do a Switch game. I did just buy 2 Switch games. No, it's not Stardew Valley. I have to wait for you. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but...
Conversation after stream.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Neil Marshall. Defense may now begin. It is a dodgeball RPG. I love the thought of it. I should pick that up at some point. Alright, Emma's picture. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Goodman was placed in charge under the direction of Canton Sky. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? Yeah, where's all the color? God, dude. The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. Oh, right. I didn't realize I was in the hold it thing. So at the time you didn't even know it was Marshall who had to come to your rescue. No, I couldn't see him clearly. Lightning was so bright and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma, I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? There's a lot of Pokemon references? It's not Game Freak, it's an indie title, I think, right? You didn't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? Yes. I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture.
It was developed by Pocket Trap.
Pocket Trap? What else did they do? That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. The thing he's holding? Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives. You insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory? No, of course not. I'd better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Is there something that's bothering you about this picture? That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here.
They also made a game called Clash of Carrots Ninjin.
I've never heard of that. Huh. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness statement? Not sure I follow. Oh no. I just took damage. Flash of lightning was so bright all I could see is shadows. Hmm. Not too sure. No, her prints wouldn't matter yet. I don't think the vase would matter yet either. It's not the evidence list. Part of me wants to do the knife, because it isn't the knife that he's holding. But I don't know. Help me!
I'm on it.
Help! Please!
I'm in danger.
I want to do the knife, but
I'm on it. Don't worry, Sam.
where are we? Emma's trial, the second testimony. I
I'm
forget
on
what
it.
it's
Don't
called.
you worry.
Yeah. There is no fifth statement. 3, 4. I pressed all of them.
You're just You're doing it wrong. You're not. Sam, you're so bad at this. How dare?
Yeah, you're terrible. Wait, what is she doing?
Alright.
It didn't really give me any other
Okay.
prompts. Okay.
Found it. So it is. So what hints do you want here? Sam, you're just giving him the. And this is a puzzle game. You're just ruining the puzzle. I'm gonna.
What? Should I not look?
Sam's ruining the puzzle. So what hints do you want here?
I don't know. Is it the knife? I don't know what kind of hint I want.
Do you want to know which statement or what to present?
Present knife tip? I don't have a knife tip. Oh, the knife tip that Neil's report? I guess that makes
Sam
sense.
is not good at these guessing games.
You're too vague and she's too open.
Too specific.
Yeah, too specific. There's no in between. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Clearly, you don't. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? Hold up. Contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. You have a lot to go, so if you want to get this done today, I'm gonna just tell you the facts. That's fair.
So who would you rather have help you, Sam or me?
Yes, even if I don't have to look closely to see that, right? I mean, I can just not look at chat if, you know. But right, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Tip is broken too. Yeah, light. Mary.
anyone but us.
Yeah. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. You know what? Let's ask Chrissy. She hasn't been to any of these ones. I'm probably gonna... Well, unless she's lurking. She did say that she lurks sometimes. Hi, Chrissy, if you're here. No, don't leave. You gotta watch the end. The tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was murdered. What if he was innocent? I'm afraid it's not so simple. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? No, you don't. It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. What's the meaning of this? He might have been. Or maybe it was just a lousy knife. Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body.
I mean, bones are pretty hard.
He swallowed it. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. He was actually an avid sword swallower from the circus. The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Edgy. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice. All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ah. Found it. You saying the investigation really was corrupted? Please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The department and the office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the award at the ceremony, Neil questioned Joe Dark along with Gann. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It's my belief that somewhere in the story there's a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
Oh, I got that big bird!
I don't. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. How does the tip of the knife break off? In Cross Zone, Majima and Phoenix knew each other. I want to play that at some point. Those seem like good games. I've seen some of the dialogue too. I've broken lots of knives. Inside people like how chat box doesn't display my full name anymore. I think I probably messed with something on accident. I'll fix it off screen.
No, it's Samson.
But it did before. Is the thing.
I mean, her name's still appearing in full for me.
No, it's not in the chat box on screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I see what you're talking about now. Kind of.
It must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? There sure is another one. If the witness is just adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Mary is here. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. 90s callus? What? Phoenix was Majima's lawyer? Good. Canon. In that instance, Emma really did see a broken knife. Wait for it. I assume, then, that you have some info about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Edgy's knife? I don't know about that. The screwdriver? The jar.
I know the hints to give you, by the way.
Alright,
For this one. If you
let's
want
go. I'm thinking either Edgy's knife, which... and the screwdriver, which has not been important this entire time.
Do you want a hint?
Yes.
Okay. We have seen the shape of this dagger somewhere else before. Where have we seen it?
We've seen the shape of the dagger somewhere else before.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a very good one. Unless... Oh... Okay, so now it's either the picture or the trophy. Actually, I think it's just the picture. Warm or cold?
It is definitely worth a shot.
Alright. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. There's a picture of the award ceremony. What is it, Edgy? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Marshall's holding? That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award.
I noticed that immediately after seeing the picture. I was like, oh! Okay!
I saw that, but I didn't really, like, put two and two together.
I did.
Shut up!
Neil was awarded the award that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Which, I wouldn't have thought they were removable if I was just a trophy. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. And why not, Edgy? Because if the award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? The man raising a knife would have been Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh. But the prosecutor was the only one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? Help. Seems Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Who's holding it? Stop holding things. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Edgy. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? I was expecting the music to play.
So was I, not gonna lie.
I knew it. This picture, I'm the one who drew it. So, you drew that? That's right. There it is. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the testimony? Would you please tell us what you've recalled? First, the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger. This should be interesting. Alright, Emma. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Huh? This is certainly most unusual. Try impossible. Chief of Detectives hadn't even designed him till this year. Exactly! That's kind of what I was thinking. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yeah, well, cross-exam. Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. Lana? What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. The defense will now begin a cross-exam. Bailiff, detain the defendant. What does Bailiff look like? I want to see him. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Lana's being detained.
Things are getting juicy.
Heck yeah. Meanwhile, Lana's yelling.
I'm in danger.
When I saw that man raise his knife. When you say that man, I assume you mean Joe? Yeah, at least I think it was him. You think. All I could really see were shadows. Power outage that immediately preceded the incident. Whew. It's also documented in the reports. So then you... Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Marshall. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we've just theorized, Marshall was the one holding the knife. I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy got knocked down, or knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person. So you... Oh, wait. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did is all kind of blur. Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with a knife. What you did was very brave, young girl, so then what happened next? You sure about this? Of course. See, I even drew a picture of him. What could that be? It was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast, and that was just this year. Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother, just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Or in the room did you see him dancing? Wasn't in the room, but I saw his shadow. The Badger might be the murderer. So you mean you didn't actually see his face, with its winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness is mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. And I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really? I don't know what else is three-pronged. Or if I even have anything like that. Blue Badger hadn't even been trumped up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright? In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? I sure don't know. Please show us this mysterious Blue Badger look like.
Well, you have a hint.
The Blue Badger?
No.
God, I have so much evidence.
You do.
Ah. Dark red stains must be blood traces. My fragment still has... Nah. The picture again? 3 more hours worth? Is that true?
I don't know about 3 hours worth, but...
I thought it was at the end. Isn't this the tail end?
We'll find out. Let me know when you want that hint.
Give me that hint.
So, it's something that Emma said towards the end of that last bit of pressing.
I don't remember that far back.
Oh.
It was too recent.
Something that has 3 horns.
Yeah, the 3 horns thing.
Yeah, so do you have anything, is there anything in here that has 3 horns? Or something that looks like 3 horns?
Well, only him. Blue Badger Man. How slow you're going, and there being 2 pages left of the guide I'm looking at, I guess this is going to be a 5 to 6 hour... I feel like no! I'm on the last day!
I feel like no as well.
You think I can finish today?
I think you can finish today, yeah.
Okay. The only thing... Oh. Upside down. So the vase is the only thing I can think of.
I mean,
kind of
if you think so.
Casts a shadow. Mysterious Blue Badger was in fact this. That's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But right, that doesn't look anything like the Blue Badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. There we go.
Try turning it around, maybe.
Around? Oh. Okay. I thought maybe having the other things sticking out. Like that?
Maybe?
Maybe. Thanks. You're helpful. I think I had it right the first time. Allow me to remind the defense's case hinges on the witness's drawing. Right can't match the shape the witness drew. We cannot accept his claim. I'm gonna try it the first way now. Oh, unless they want me to have it like... No, because that wouldn't have the other prong. Please. I'm trying to get it back.
Yeah,
There we
try to
go.
make it match the head size. It's like that would be like a very tall forehead.
Well, I was thinking in terms of prongs. Like, this doesn't make three prongs.
Yeah, you're gonna need the prongs for sure, but you also need like the size of the head as well.
But that doesn't make three prongs.
You don't have to have it like vertically like that, like perfectly vertically.
What are you people?
Perspective.
What are you people doing?
Perspective. Sun saving.
What are you going on about perspective? That doesn't look.
Have-
That doesn't look anything like anything. The point facing up.
Yes,
There are
bottom
multiple
point,
points.
the point you have facing towards you right now, I have that facing up. Not towards you, up.
The way I had it the first time? What are you people talking about?
About the way you had it at first, yes, but you want to tilt it a little bit further away. So that way the head is shorter. Other way. Spin it, spin it.
You realize you're on a delay, right?
No, I'm not. Okay, have it the exact way you had it before.
I feel like I should stop listening to you people. That's all I'm kind of gleaning.
No.
Yeah?
That's not how you had it before.
Alright.
That handle on your left is broken. You have a
Yes.
broken handle.
It absolutely is.
We're not looking for a broken handle. That makes no sense. There's no broken handle.
No, I know. Oh,
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Okay. So now let's see the bottom. Technically speaking, I guess it's the top of the vase. So the bottom that you currently have. Yeah. Keep on going. Until it matches about the head shape size of the batter. Yeah.
You are dying. So
I'm dying?
you're saying this is it?
A little bit further back. No, you
Oh my
brought
God.
it forward. Am I not today? I don't think I'm in today.
I hate all of you.
You were so close!
Uh-huh. Jesus Christ. You all suck.
You suck!
No. Just show me a picture, Phoenix.
Fine.
Right.
I will DM you a picture.
Please. For the love of Christ. You guys suck at
You were
direct-
really close! You were really close!
Uh-huh.
We're all yelling at you because you were really close!
Yeah? I think I would have been better without everybody yelling at me.
I DM'd you a picture.
Now if I could just turn it a little bit.
I'm actually literally yelling at him, so...
God.
What? That should be right! What? Game! Game junk.
Light, you realize I have like 5 people yelling at me in my ear directly. You're one of them.
No, it's 5 people and they're all me.
Yeah, probably.
I'm as loud as 5 people.
Anyway, let's just do that again. Yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't work. Exactly.
I don't know why that didn't work either. Like, I'm gonna blame the game on that one.
I can only move it one direction.
Keep on, he's also working with very jank controls right here.
Yeah, these are kind of limited.
Like, imagine this was easier on the DS.
Yeah, it probably was.
He is working with,
one control stick.
yeah.
It would have been better if they mapped it to both. Okay. Might be better. That should do it. The bumpers rotate?
Yeah, the bumpers do indeed rotate.
Okay. I was only using the one stick.
At least you're not losing points on this.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
But this song, goddamn.
I love it. What are you talking about? Yeah, that makes it a little easier. Okay, I didn't notice that. Fun fact, the control window down there is blocked by the the bar because I can't have this full screen for some reason. Steam sucks.
Okay.
Top point needs
A
to
little
be
bit further
higher.
down. Tiny bit down. That looks perfect. That looks perfect.
Everybody all agreed? I'm gonna wait. More down. Yeah?
Okay, I do want to point out something. The picture you're looking at is from the DS. You're looking at a DS picture.
Me?
Not, yeah, technically speaking, you are too. I'm probably looking at the exact, the same picture. Okay, try it. We're gonna try it. No, go back to how Sun had it. Yeah, both versions. Okay.
Oh,
Incorrect.
for the love of Christ. Alright, Corey James.
Yeah. You wanna try that again, Sun?
Da, da, da. It's a little dumb. I blame it on being ported. Let's see. Can I find the... There's that. Where's the part with the vase? Do 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 do. No, it's not that. The song's fine. I would have been done already if you people didn't suck at this.
You took this too.
It's entirely your fault.
Ew, what is fucking up?
That's a good question. Okay.
The answer is Discord.
I tried to contribute at the very beginning. Then you all yelled at me.
You good?
Huh?
You good? You got it?
Uh,
You got it?
I don't know. I'm waiting. Hold on.
Yeah, that seems too much to me.
I mean, I've supposedly had it like 8 times already. That seems too much. Boop. Oh, wait.
It does seem to be very picky because you've had it like at least twice.
Yeah. I've had it right a few times. Where is this?
Where's what?
I'm trying to find it. No. Did I go too far back? No.
I also don't think your computer likes you playing a game and having YouTube open.
Why?
Because I'm hearing lots of crackling on my end
Crackling?
from the screen share.
I mean, it's not open on...
It's a Discord issue.
Gotcha. It is very picky. Okay. So they have it tilted a little bit. It's about there. Tilt a little more. Tilt a little more.
Once you get it, close out the video, please.
That's like... Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay. They just suck at cutting. Okay. Oh my god. Thank you.
Good, now close off YouTube.
No, it's the blood side. It has to be the blood side. It is a miracle. Yes, Phoenix. Anyways. I hate the blue badger. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like the image at all. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. I can. I will. I do. I hate everything. Stream won't end until Gant's behind bars. Also, hold up. It doesn't seem like I have much left. There's like an hour left on this video. Oh, that was weird. The defense has proven its claim. Mary. Everybody here, including me.
Shut up!
The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this... Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. It doesn't change anything. Jar isn't even as cute as the blue badger. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Itchy. You see, this changes everything. Indeed.
Could you do me a favor really quick?
What?
Could you do me a favor really quick?
What?
On Discord, can you lower your bitrate
I don't...
for the
Maybe?
stream?
Is stream dying? What's happening?
No, on Discord, not OBS. Cause it's super crackly for me.
Where would that be in settings?
It's in settings. It's
Voice and video?
when you click on screen.
Oh, it's just on the screen share part?
Yeah.
Stream quality... resolution... 480, I guess? Is that better?
Yeah, that'll work.
Very well then, please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? It's not the murder weapon. The murderer. It's him. What are we doing again? I spent 12 hours on that vase. Not the location. Still the room. The murderer... No. The weapon? The weapon. The weapon? The weapon? The weapon.
It's one of these. Pick one.
You're so...
It's a 1 in 3. It's a 1 in 3 chance of. 1 in 3 chance of getting it right.
Yeah, but don't I get hurt? Maybe I don't get hurt. I don't have the thing, but that doesn't mean anything. I lost all of my momentum with that vase thing.
You did.
God. I was just doing the weapon. Just... At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add. Knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? The location of the jar is shown in the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Jamie Camp. But the body was found lying near Lana's desk. The witness testified so herself. And it is those two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gamp's office. You implying the murderer moved the victim's body? From Gamp's office to Lana's office. Yes, why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gotten through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was? Absolutely not. I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hidden and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gents, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Well, it's a spear, but... And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil, wielding the trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be faking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this.
Sploosh.
Now everybody's made me hydrate. Hooray!
Indeed.
Hooray! Yay!
What's the matter? The matter is my controller is disconnected again, Your Honor. If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Neil. Oh no. You mean Marshall died because of me? Ooh, yikes. Oh, she fainted. Never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that, coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Edgy, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? I'm willing to bet you don't. It certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify unless... This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning.
Honk.
Honk. Touche, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. There's still another possibility? What do you mean, Edgy? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or worse, Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, right, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? But the real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? It's not our fault this is where it turned. Do not be mistaken, Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek, the truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, right? Show us the piece of evidence that conveys the message from the deceased. No, it's not the cloth. The jar? I think it's the jar again. This is the message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he gonna just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. There's a line here, drawn in blood. So what you're saying is, these dots were once lines. Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. The blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. What kind of message did the victim leave for us? I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect the dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. His murderer's name. Man, this is sucky.
Yeah.
It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Marshall left behind. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. It's fine. It'll be fine. See, Worthy, can't say I didn't warn you. Not gonna lie, I was trying to figure out how the vase letters spelled Gant, and then I realized, oh no, it does say Emma. Oh no. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Oh, poor Edgy. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know we aren't defenders of justice?
What?
We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Yo, everybody shut up!
Shut up!
Oh, did we get kicked out? We probably got kicked out. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows.
And during this recess, I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Have fun. I should probably use the bathroom, too. And that means add, which I don't have that up. Where is it? There it is. You'll get a commercial. Just a second. It has to load. For some reason. I'm so mad about that picture. I'm so mad about that freaking vase. Add people? I don't know how to give people permission for that. Actually, will I have permission? I don't know. I really don't know. Why is it not loading? Here we go. Okay, bye. I think. Oh.
I have returned. Did Ian get up to his bathroom as well? Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try a thing really quick. I think it's been pretty chill. I gotta sit down, play some Brave Frontier. Let's see, how many summons did I do in total? Out of meaningful summons, I did about let's see, 58. But in total, I did about 140, which is a lot. Oh, hi!
Hi.
Hi.
So the ad didn't work for you? I'm sorry. At least it worked for everybody else. You can go back and watch it on the archive. I think that's how that works.
So, Ian,
does
I'm
on
gonna let you
mobile.
know approximately how much more time you have left in this case.
Yeah?
You have 2 more sections, kind of like what you just did.
Okay.
2 more trial sections, I should say.
Now, this video that I had for that vase, that had an hour left. And that's with somebody
Yes.
that knows what they're doing. I'm at 3 hours.
Yes.
I really want to finish today.
You really want to finish today? Are you gonna be up all night to finish today then?
I would assume till 1. I think I can knock it out in another hour, right? Surely I
Alright.
can. Right?
Maybe. 7 hour stream, let's go!
Let's go. What do you think? What do people think? I know Fire has no
Why
faith in me.
don't we put this to a vote?
We could do a vote. We could do a vote.
Make a poll, baby! Wait, I can do that myself.
Finish next week. I don't want to finish next week. I want to finish now. I'm so curious about this.
Hold up. Gonna do a vote.
Yeah,
Gonna do a poll.
Yeah, we can actually do a poll with this. It's a good time. Are you making a straw poll, or are you doing the poll in chat? Because that's a thing.
I'm gonna do a poll in chat.
Okay.
If I can find the right thing.
Late. That's not how these things work. This is a democracy. I will, however, start it so that we're not sitting here forever. Sorry, Edgy. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
We're gonna let this go for 2 minutes.
Guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, come shoot. What is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around, all around on duty. And on top of it, to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Evidence law? She asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. And she was talking about this just the other day. America. Chief also wanted me to give you a message. She said if you're planning on to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Oh no. A book? Do I have to physically throw the book at him? Doesn't look like that a book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, Detective. Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me. The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of.
Hey, Ian.
Hi?
You may want to go check up on the poll results at the present moment.
Okay. It's yes. 3 to 1.
Which means they're ending soon.
Ah. Well, that sucks. Good. I'm glad you can't cheat on these polls. You suck. Alright. Let me finish this dialogue exchange, and then I guess I'll save.
Okay.
Emma Sky found out she unwittingly caused a man's death. God dang it, controller. That sucks, but... poll.
Suspense.
Suspense. Also...
I'm a little bit biased right now because Discord's having a shit.
Is it a good one?
No. No, it's not.
Why are you not working?
I mean, you're ending stream anyway, so.
Yeah, but I want to finish this exchange.
That's fair.
Not working. Ah! Said it connected. Could be here forever. Hello?
Did you not just save?
I mean, it did, but I want to finish this exchange.
Okay.
Did I click out on accident? There we go.
You did.
Now you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal. Discord's never good. You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer's still out there. And we're gonna expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end.
Discord is just making a lot of crackling and popping noises. It's just not pleasant.
Yeah, it sure isn't. Alright. So I guess I'll stop here. I think that should work. And then if I load it, I just want to make sure I go back to it. Yeah, it's literally right there. Cool. It's because I clicked out of the window to open the poll. I didn't really think about it. Alright, so that's it for tonight. Unfortunately, I really hate that I can't finish tonight. I blame the vase. The vase sucks.
Oh, that's perfectly fair. The vase is the worst.
It was bad. But hopefully...
But also, you have gone for 3 hours, so...
I have. But I really... Alright, next week, for sure, we'll finish. And Gant will go to jail. And then I'll play this button.
I'm going to jail!
Yeah. It'll be a good time. Alright, thanks for watching. Thank you, Will, for stuff. And joining.
For giving actually good hints, and not just giving you the answer.
For being extremely vague as always.
Yes!
But in a somewhat helpful capacity. The vase took up a lot of time. That was like an entire hour on its own.
But hey, here's the real question. Would you feel satisfied if you got through this entire case with all the answers just being given to you?
Yes.
Doubt. Doubting you so hard.
Objection. It is a good game. Alright. I mean, on the bright side, it gives me more time to figure out what the heck I'm doing after Ace Attorney, because I have a bunch of things in my head that I want to do, and I just have to
Yes,
pick one,
always look on the bright side of life.
I guess. Alright. Flana will be innocent or guilty next time. Adios!
Good night!